Not much to report this week, except that I had a really busy weekend and didn't film anything during it. I also have opinions to share on Eternals and Home Sweet Home Alone on This Week with BigC. I did want to apologize for this episode being late. I was very busy over the weekend, which is normally when I would edit the episode. So not only did I not have time to get any filming done for this episode, because pretty much anything that was anywhere interesting happened over the weekend, I also didn't have time to edit it. So I'm just kind of doing everything I can here. So yeah, sorry about the delay and sorry about there not being a ton of content, but we do what we can. So let's get to the recap. It's not going to be very long, and I'll share what happened over this past week. Hey everybody, it is Monday. I'm just getting home from work. I will say, even though, that was unremarkable and I had to run some errands after, the weather has been absolutely beautiful for the last couple days. It's been breezy. It's been like low 70s, upper 60s. This is the kind of weather that I wish it was all the time. Obviously, it's not going to happen because it's Florida, but it's nice when you can actually go outside and enjoy yourself rather than sweltering all the time like it is 90% of the time here in Florida. So I'm definitely going to enjoy walking outside for the rest of this week, although it is supposed to go back up. I don't think it's supposed to go much higher than the mid-70s, so the weather should be pretty gorgeous this week. Nothing really to report, just the weather's nice and I'm enjoying it. And yes, that was one other clip besides what I'm doing now. So it's technically after the past week, but we're going to count this as Saturday. And I'm going to talk about what I did over the weekend. So Friday, I saw a couple movies. I saw Eternals and I saw Home Sweet Home Alone. And I was originally going to do a 30-second review on both, but honestly, I feel these are more worthy of a more long-form discussion than just a 30-second review. So I figured I'd include that here on This Week. So Eternals, was not a fan. It was very slow. I didn't think there was nearly enough character development. They introduced too many characters and I didn't really, as a viewer, care about any of them. So like when certain things happen, I'm trying to be vague in case you haven't seen it yet, but certain things happen and you just don't have an attachment to the characters, so they don't impact you the way I'm sure the filmmakers intended to. It's very drawn out, it's incredibly slow, and I just don't think the payoff is there. I really didn't like it. I thought it was just disappointing in pretty much every level. The main thing that I think about when it comes to especially Marvel movies in general, would I watch it again? Like if that was on TV, would I stay and watch some of it? And when I look at even my lowest rated MCU movies, so Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2, even though those are not my favorite MCU movies, I'd watch them if they were on. I wouldn't do that with Eternals, honestly. It's too boring, it's too long, it's just not an enjoyable film. Matt thought the same, and that says something because Matt liked Space Jam when I didn't. Yeah, he didn't like Eternals either, so yeah, it's not a great film. Not a fan at all. Hopefully, Spider-Man No Way Home will redeem Marvel this year, although Shang-Chi was really good, and Black Widow was okay. So hopefully Spider-Man will bring it all home and we'll have one final really good Marvel film for the rest of the year. Then we have Home Sweet Home Alone, which I really wish people would just stop trying to make more Home Alone movies because it doesn't work. This movie was awful. Like, I didn't like Eternals, but it was well made. So I can't say, oh, it's a bad movie. This movie was really bad. it focuses more on the robbers than it does on the new kid. Also, the kid is awful. There's nothing redeemable about him. He's just a terrible person. At least with Kevin in the original 2, yeah, he was kind of a brat, but you understood where he was coming from. And he did kind of redeem himself throughout the course of the movie. This kid really doesn't at all. You also, as you follow the robbers, they have legit motivation as to why they did what they did. So it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Also, the traps and this one are absolutely pathetic compared to all the old ones. So granted, I mean, the 90s were a very different time, but these are awful. So you don't even have the fun traps that are kind of the hallmark of the Home Alone franchise. Don't bother watching that at all. It's really, really bad. Right now, it is the worst film that I've seen this year. So I would avoid that one at all costs if you can. Or, I mean, if you really want to watch it, it's on Disney Plus. It's included, but I thought it was terrible. So yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts on both Eternals and Home Sweet Home Alone. So this is kind of a continuation of my little recap that I did earlier because I forgot to talk about Saturday. I don't know why, but I forgot to talk about it. So Saturday was pretty fun. I was pretty busy most of the day because I went out with Matt and then I hung out with my buddy Taylor. So Matt had a Power Ranger who was doing a signing at the Coliseum of Comics near my apartment. So I figured I'd join him as, help him out. Not that I care. I never watched Power Rangers growing up, but I figured, I'll at least join him. He's a huge fan, obviously, so I figured it'd be good to have some company. Sadly, that didn't pan out because the guy didn't show up on time. Apparently he got stuck in traffic on I-4 trying to get over to the Kissimmee area. So Matt had to leave to go to work. So afterwards, I went to my buddy Taylor's house. Now, Taylor is another one of my childhood friends who I still keep in contact with. What's funny about him is he's the person who introduced me to a little series called Mario Party. Because I distinctly remember going to his house and playing the original Mario Party on the N64 when it first came out. I know that makes me seem really old, but it's true. I distinctly remember that. And it was cool because after Mario Party Superstars came out, he wanted to hold kind of a Mario Party tournament for a lot of his friends. So I got to go over, played a couple games of Mario Party Superstars with him and some of his buddies. I did all right. The first game I placed second place, and then we did it kind of in a winners and losers bracket. So the top two made it to the winners bracket. The bottom two went to the losers bracket because we had two games going at the same time. I ended up getting third for the winners bracket game. Wasn't my greatest outing, but I did pretty well overall. I got second and third, so I can't complain. But yeah, it was a good time. Haven't seen Taylor in a long time, so it was cool to finally be able to catch up. And hopefully we'll be able to do some more Mario Party and other games soon, because it was always a good time going over to his place and being able to play some multiplayer stuff with friends. So it's good stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to a preview of an upcoming video that's going to air later this week. So as of the time of this upload, I didn't want to delay it any further, so I haven't actually filmed this video yet, but I will. So we're bringing back unboxing Pokemon Edition. I have a new pack of Pokemon Sword and Shield Fusion Strike. This is the new pack of Pokemon cards that just released, I think, this past week. I got one pack. Thank you, GameStop, for GameStop credit. And we're going to open this up on the channel, so look for that later this week. That is going to do it for this episode of This Week with BigC. Sorry it wasn't longer and I didn't have more content, but this is just one of those weeks. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff to share in the next coming weeks. One thing I will share, though, is we are going to be doing our official announcement very soon about Holly Jolly Holiday, which is our Christmas/holiday themed event on the channel. So you can look for holiday themed taste tests and other stuff. coming soon. I'll be doing an announcement video on that, as well as the Yearies, which is our end of the year event. I've already started planning on that, so you can look forward to both of those coming up not too long, as well as more information about them. So yeah, we got some stuff coming up. That's going to do it for this episode of This Week with Big C. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. New videos on this channel air 3 days a week, so hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week on This Week with Big C.